Hello, everyone. Today we are going to have a conversation class, and I would like you to try to answer these questions there in your house, okay? So the first slide here, we have this question. Where do you stand? When we have this expression here, this WH word, where, it means it wants to know the place. So, where do you stand? Aonde que você se encontra? We are going to have some statements, general statements about entertainment and culture, and you are going to say your opinion about them. The first one is, the book is always better than the movie. So if you agree, you are going to say that you strongly agree. And to agreeing with this statement, you can use any of these expressions to start your given your opinion. So for example, the book is always better than the film. I strongly agree with that. Totally. Absolutely. Exactly. Or you can also say, I think we are on the same page here, to show that you agree with the statement. I'm with you on that one. Another way to agree with the person. I couldn't agree more. Here. Very subtle, this one. I'd go along with that. Means that you agree. I was just going to say that. Or even, you took the words right out of my mouth. And I want you to think of the moments that you read the book and you watched the movie, and I want you to think if you really agree with that. The second statement is, there are too many sequels and spin-off films these days. There aren't many original stories. For this one, I want you to think if you strongly agree or if you strongly disagree, and I want you to give your opinion for that. For disagreeing now, you could say, those are very polite ways to disagree with someone. So for this, you could say, I see what you mean, but, or even, I take your point, but, I beg to differ, I'm afraid. I'm afraid I have to disagree with you there. Yes, but if we look at it from another angle, so you can show other perspectives, that's not exactly how I see it. No, you've lost me there. I'm afraid I just don't buy it. So those are ways that you can disagree with something. For example, I don't think there are too many sequels and spin-off films these days. I think they're very original. I think it's more and more original. I don't know. I don't agree, but I don't agree with what I'm saying. I I agree with the statement. I think there are too many sequels and spin-off films these days. Every time I watch a new movie, it seems like I have already seen that, but with other characters, but the plot is almost the same. Now, there's a statement here. The original version of a song is always the best. So what do you think? Do you prefer the original version or do you like the remixes? You can agree or you can disagree. Now, let's see possibilities for personalizing the topic. For this one, you can say, as far as I'm concerned, and continue giving your opinion. Speaking from personal experience, I'd say that, or even in my experience, a shorter way to say the previous sentence, I often find that, continue giving your opinion, in my case, very similar to in my experience, speaking for me personally, from what I've seen, I can't speak from anyone else, but in my case, this is a topic that is close to my heart because Very romantic, this one. This really resonates with me personally because, and then you give your opinion. These ones are ways to start the sentence when you want to give your opinion about a statement, okay? I think I would give a 3 on this sentence because I like the original version of the songs. I think they have a power, but I think the remixes are good too. The next statement, celebrities shouldn't complain about being in public eye. It's part of their job. What do you think about that? You can agree or disagree. And to express opinion, you can say, to my mind, I think that the celebrities should be judged. I don't know. I'm off the mind that, or the way I see it, it shouldn't be a problem for them. They should be able to work with that. As I see it, it's not part of their jobs. They shouldn't suffer with paparazzis and fans. From my point of view, or from my perspective, and then you give your opinion, I am a firm or a big believer in, look, here's what I think. Then you give your opinion. If you ask me, I would say that's a big problem. For example, I hold the view that, so those are some other ways to express your opinion, okay? Now I'm going just to read the statements, and in your house, you are going to give the opinion. You can always comment, you can also put on the comments below your opinion. I would really like to read. You can choose like one of the topics and write a lot about it, okay? Netflix will kill the cinema. This is a very polemic opinion. For example, I don't think Netflix will kill the cinema. I think that both Netflix and cinema have their pros and cons, because if you watch Netflix, you are comfortable. You can choose more movies. You are free to pause and go to the bathroom if you want to. But in the cinema, you have the whole experience. You have the screen, the big screen. You have the popcorn from the movie theater. So I think both have good and bad aspects. So to my mind, I don't think this will ever happen. You shouldn't watch films on your phone. It ruins the experience. Well, I see what the sentence means, but I don't think every movie needs to be an experience. I think you can watch something just because you want, just comfortably on your bed. I don't think you needed to watch everything to be an experience. So disagree with that. Watching a film at the cinema is always better than at home. What do you think? Is that true? To my mind, watching a film at the cinema is nice, and watching a film at home is always nice. It's also nice, actually. And I don't think they are good or bad. I think they are different experiences. Let's see the next statement. Violent films and video games should be banned. What do you think about that? Should they be banned? I think that I don't think violent films will ever stop being produced because they sell a lot. And I think the video games too, people like to consume that, so people will not stop producing. I am not using the expressions that I just talked about, but you can use that, or you can just give your opinion. If you know other expressions, you can use them. This is just another way to express your opinion. Music, art, and drama should be compulsory subjects at school. I think that, to my mind, those subjects could be offered as an extra curriculum subjects at school, because I think that kids would go. If they have classes in the morning, they would go in the afternoon to school to have these classes because they are nice classes. And what about you? How do you feel about it? Social media companies should be responsible for the content that users post on their platforms. I think everyone should be a little bit responsible about it. I don't think only social medias are like only the government, or anyway, this should be responsibility of someone specifically. I think everyone should be aware of it. Children shouldn't play with violent toys like guns and weapons. What do you feel about, how do you feel about that? I don't have an opinion about it. I don't have a kid, so I don't know how I would feel if I gave him or her like a toy gun. I don't know. But I'm curious about your opinion about it. I have never thought about it, actually. Something is always lost when a text is translated. I think that in my experience of reading something in two different languages, I think depending on the translator, you can change a little bit the meaning of what the person is saying, because sometimes you have the words on one language and you don't have the that word in the other language. For example, the word saudade, it expresses so much and it contains very intense emotional baggage, and I don't think that the English language is capable of giving it. But I think if the translator really tries, he can, like, in one sentence explain the feeling of saudade. And, well, I think it depends on the translator. Physical books will disappear one day. I don't think so. I don't think so, because nowadays books are being very they are changing a lot the organization of the books. They are being very, how can I say, they are calling the public attention, like changing the colors to something that is more, that calls the attention of the public and the main audience that they want to target. And I think they will not completely disappear. I don't even think that's possible, but maybe in like 500 years, I don't know. Governments should be allowed to censor some elements of social media, including books and films. Huh, that's ironic. As far as I'm concerned, something very polemical happened at X these weeks, and Elon Musk had a problem with a minister here from Brazil. I don't know very much what happened, but I think that the minister tried to censor many things and Elon Musk got a little bit pissed. So I don't know. The benefits of social media platforms outweigh the negative aspects. I think that depends on what you consume on social media. Um, I don't totally agree or disagree with any of the statements so far. So I think it will keep going like that. Sports involving animals, hunting, horse riding, bullfighter, etc., are an important part of my culture and must be protected. Yeah, this part, this cultural aspect is really strong, but I don't know if I'm not going to agree or disagree. I'm a vegetarian. I don't consume this kind of sport. I don't think it's healthy, but I don't know, because the cultural part, I know how strong that is for people. So I don't think it should be protected or banned. I think that people should just start reflecting of why they do that. Why do they put animals um, on that place, like entertain? Um, I think that's something that we should start reflecting about now. So in the future, the next generations will be already start their lives with that other perspective, like critical thinking, you know? Watching too much television makes you stupid. From what I've seen, if the people that watch television and became stupid didn't watch television, I think they would be stupid anyway, because I think being stupid is something from your heart. It's not what you do. What you do reflects of what you are. So I don't think that this activity, this action makes you something. I think you being something makes you watch too much television, for example. Having no boundaries with the time that you spend on cell phone, watching TV, playing games. I think to have a disciplined life, you should have time for everything. You should organize yourself to have time for everything. And maybe that's what watching too much television makes and is about. And guys, that was it for today. It was a really quick class of a conversation, and I think you will be able to enjoy it. Watch this video as many times as you need. I will add in the comments below, in the descriptions, the link for my free community, and you can join. So it will be our community. We share many information there. Many information, no, because information isn't it doesn't go to the plural form. That's something that I can talk about that on a video. We share information there, and you can join and you can share your cultural aspects too. And if you want to become a student, fill the form that I will add in the description. This is bye bye.